Welcome to Tales and Travel Adventures. Let's visit Japan. Hello, my name is Mary Beth Reidner. I am a retired librarian. In 2008, I developed a program called Tales and Travel. This is the 15th in a series of programs adapting Tales and Travel for online use by groups or individuals. There are two ways to use this program. First, you can just listen and follow along as I read the narrative that accompanies each slide. Or, you or your partner can turn down the volume and use the controls to pause each screen so that you can read the narrative out loud yourself. You might also want to talk with your partner about what you are seeing or about any memories that come to mind. Japan is located on the eastern edge of the continent of Asia. To the west lie Russia, North and South Korea, and China. Japan is surrounded by the Pacific Ocean to its east and the Sea of Japan on the west. Japan consists of 6,852 islands. The four main islands that make up most of Japan's landmass are Honshu, Hokkaido, Shikoku, and Kyushu. The capital, Tokyo, is located on Honshu, the largest island. It will be a 10-hour flight from Seattle to Tokyo on ANA, All Nippon Airways. Because we will cross the international date line, Tokyo will be 13 hours ahead of us. We will basically lose a whole night's sleep. At least the seats are quite comfortable with plenty of legroom. Try to get a nap in. We are hoping for a glimpse of Mount Fuji when we land. We've been told that it has to be a clear day to see it from Tokyo. At 12,388 feet, Mount Fuji is Japan's tallest peak. It is actually an active volcano, but its last eruption was in 1708. About 73% of Japan is mountainous, but most of its 125 million people live in urban centers on the east coast. Tokyo is the capital and is the largest metropolitan area in the world, with over 38 million people. Let's go to visit the Tokyo Skytree Tower that dominates the landscape. The Tokyo Skytree is a TV and radio broadcasting tower, as well as an observation tower. Finished in 2012, it stands 2,080 feet high and is the third tallest structure in the world. From the upper observatory, we can look down on a panoramic view of the city. Do you see the Sumida River running through the city? It's only 1,480 feet below us. Is anybody hungry yet? Typical Japanese food is based on raw fish and rice, like what is being served at this Tokyo sushi bar. There are also lots of other options for American visitors. Perhaps this elegant dessert at a coffee house is more to your taste. We are approaching the Imperial Palace just beyond the Nijubashi Bridge, or double bridge. If you look closely, you can see that there are two bridges, a stone one in front with a metal one behind it. The Emperor of Japan moved his official residence to Tokyo in 1868. The palace and gardens are built on the site of the old Edo Castle, where the shoguns or military rulers used to live. The beautiful gardens are now a public park. Next, we will visit the Yanaka Cemetery, which is where the last Japanese shogun, Tokugawa Yoshinobu, and other famous people are buried. We will quietly pass by this modern burial ceremony. At the National Museum of Emerging Science and Innovation, the future is beckoning. When we walk in, we can see the suspended geocosmos model of the Earth as it would be seen from space. Satellite data is used to show ever-changing weather patterns across the globe. The museum is also known as the Miraikan, which means Future Museum. This interactive, high-tech museum opened in 2001. In the Create Your Future exhibit, we can interact with robots. The exhibit encourages us to think about what life will be like in the future. What role do you think robots and artificial intelligence will play in our future? Speaking of the future, let's take the bullet train from Tokyo to Kyoto. This super fast train will cover 318 miles in a little over 2 hours. The average speed is 155 miles per hour. We might be able to catch a glimpse of Mount Fuji from the train. Kyoto is a busy modern city that once was the capital of Japan. Today it is a mixture of old and new. It is known as the cultural capital of Japan. We will be visiting many ancient Buddhist temples and Shinto shrines while we are here. On the other hand, the video game company Nintendo has its headquarters here. The first temple we will visit in Kyoto is the Sanjusan Gendo Temple. It is also known as the Temple of 1,000 Buddhas. There really are 1,000 Buddhas in the main hall. Buddhism is one of the major religions practiced in Japan. Although Buddhism started in India, it moved across Asia to Japan by the 6th century AD. This temple dates from 1266 AD. Many Japanese worship every day at their local Buddhist temple. Shinto is the other major religion in Japan. Shinto is thought to be the original Japanese belief system that was in place before the arrival of Buddhism. Shinto is based on a belief in kami, sacred spirits that are found in all of nature. Many Japanese practice both religions. At many temples and shrines in Japan, visitors can find a piece of paper called an omikuji. Your fortune is predicted on this paper, ranging from good to bad luck. If it is good luck, take the paper with you, so it will remain with you. If it is bad luck, tie it to a string in the designated place so it will not follow you. Good luck! Another famous Buddhist temple in Kyoto is Kinkakuji, or Temple of the Golden Pavilion. The top 2 floors are covered in gold leaf and reflect in the mirror pool. Originally built in the 1300s, it has burned down several times. The current temple was rebuilt in 1955. Are you ready for a walk up a mountain to see the Kiyomizu-dera Temple? It's about a 2-mile hike and is considered easy. From the temple's wooden stage, we could look out over the city of Kyoto below us. Let's start walking and then turn back when we get tired. Kiyomizu-dera means pure water. The temple was named after the nearby Otowa waterfall. Using cups with long handles, visitors often drink from the waterfall. The water is said to bring long life, success, and love. This Buddhist temple was built in 1633 without using nails, following traditional Japanese carpentry techniques. Wooden pegs were used instead. We are lucky to be visiting Kyoto during the month of July. The Gion Festival has been held here every year since 1000 AD. It actually began in 866 AD as a way to appease a Shinto god that caused a deadly plague. It is now the most famous festival in Japan. Parades of floats wind through the streets. Gion Festival participants often dress up in traditional dress. These girls are dressed as geishas. Others wear kimonos. The streets are lined with food stalls and booths selling good luck charms. We have just driven 1 hour south of Kyoto to the city of Nara. We are visiting the Todaiji Temple, a Buddhist temple that was completed in 752 AD. We have seen a lot of deer in the park as we approach the Great Hall. The deer are considered sacred. While this bronze statue appears large, it is smaller than the Great Buddha, which sits to its right. The Great Buddha is nearly 50 feet in height and weighs 550 tons. The Buddha's open hand is as tall as a man. On our way back to Tokyo, we will stop to visit the coastal city of Toba. In Toba Bay is Mikimoto Pearl Island. The island is known for its cultured pearl industry. In the past, women dressed in white, like these ladies, used to free dive for oysters containing pearls. We will be flying back to the U.S. tomorrow. Our trip to Japan has been filled with beauty and wonderful memories. This ends our sightseeing trip to Japan. Special thanks to Teresa and Gerardo Lucas for sharing photos and stories of their trip to Japan in 2023. Sakura, or cherry blossoms, is a traditional Japanese folk song. It brings to mind the spring season, which is always about beauty, new life, and hope. It is a fitting song to sing as we leave Japan. You can listen to the song first at this website. Then I will play the melody on my flute, and you can sing along using the lyrics on the next screen. I will play the melody twice so you can try to sing the song in both languages. Have fun! First in Japanese. Let's try it in English. You sounded great. Here are a few activities that you might want to do on your own. You might want to create free word search puzzles for yourself using websites such as education.com or thewordsearch.com. If you are artistically inclined, you might enjoy finding free coloring pages online. Try doing a search with terms such as Free Coloring Pages Japan. Then copy and paste an image into a word processing document and print it. Thank you for visiting Japan with me. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to contact me at my email address. Also, please take a moment to fill out a brief survey about the value of this program. This work can be freely used under the Creative Commons license shown here. Thanks so much and have a wonderful day.